Hey Rodney, responding to your thoughts, I really appreciated them. A couple things that stood out to me is that you talked about how we're obliged to serve children, um, and I 100% agree with you in that statement. And you talked about us working in a fair and ethical manner at all times with our students. Um, and in this case, it makes me think of some things that are going on in my own school. And you mentioned about the inclusion practices in your school, and I feel like uh, the inclusion practices are great, necessary. It's the right thing for a lot of kids. Um, Recently, I've been questioning if we're over relying on this practice, and I don't know enough from the reading. Looking there's the one teacher, she's pushing back. I don't know enough about the reading, but not enough about the reading, but enough about the class. If Mrs. Clay is pushing back, might be because some of these students may not need, um, inclusion. There's a whole continuum of special education services, and I think one thing that I see in my local area, last few schools I've been in, is this push for inclusion, but maybe a student only needs consult. Maybe it needs to be in a co-taught classroom. Maybe there does need to be a resource pull out, at least for some subjects. I've seen a lot of kids with an IEP for SLD and reading, but then they're getting, you know, co-taught for both reading and math. So it's like, okay, well maybe co-taught's great for math because they're they have a reading disability, but is co-taught enough to help them with that reading disability for and reading? Do they need to have 45 minutes of resource room time? Um, so I that kind of that's my not just my challenge for you, but I think that's a challenge for at least my local area right now. And like the only thing I can think of that's a bit of a pushback would be all of us. Are we looking at the whole continuum of supports? Like professionally, that is us doing the ethical thing. Is looking at the whole continuum of services rather than just, all right, inclusion's great. I agree. Yes, inclusions are great, but there's many options. And are we just going to inclusion for the majority of our students instead of looking at the whole continuum? But thank you guys. Bye.